Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 10 healthy habits that you can start today. These 10 healthy habits are super quick and super easy, and you can get started with them today. The first healthy habit is to wash and chop up your vegetables as soon as you bring them home from the grocery store. What I've noticed in my own life is that when I go to the grocery store, I'll come home and I put the groceries right into the fridge and just leave them there. And if I buy vegetables that I plan on snacking on throughout the week, if I don't actually take the time to prepare them when I bring them home from the grocery store, then usually they end up just sitting in the back of my fridge and I never end up eating them. So for example, I try to buy things like carrots and celery for dipping into hummus or any other sort of dip. But if I just leave the carrots as they are whole in the bag, then I'm less likely to actually pull them out and snack on them throughout the week. So if I take the vegetables that I'm planning on snacking on, wash them and chop them up, then I'm actually more likely to eat them throughout the week. I'll put them into a container and make sure that they're easily accessible. This tip actually stems from my dislike of doing dishes. So when I bring my groceries home from the store, I'll start preparing all of the meals that I'm going to be eating throughout the week. So I'll do a full meal prep for the week, as well as preparing any vegetables and or fruit that I'll eat for snacks. This means that I actually only have to wash dishes one time throughout the week. I'll use all of my pots, all of my pans, knives, cutting boards, and I only have to do dishes the one time. And then I also don't have to worry about cooking after work. The second healthy habit that I have is called the 1-minute rule. If there's a task that you have to do and it takes less than 1 minute, then you have to do it immediately. This is more for those simple cleaning type tasks, such as making your bed in the morning or putting things back where they belong. If you can just take 1 minute to do these simple cleaning tasks, then you'll find that your house stays tidier for longer, and at the end of the week you won't have as much cleaning to do. So for example, when you come home from work, it'll take you less than 1 minute to sort of unload for the day. You put your shoes where they belong, you put your keys where they belong, you take your lunch, you put your dishes in the sink. This actually leads into my third healthy habit, which is to have space for everything in your home. So like what I was just saying, when you come home from work, your keys and your phone and your wallet should have its own place in your home. This will make sure that you never lose those things because you always know where they should be. And if you always put them back exactly where they belong, you'll never lose them. This also helps you keep your house a bit more organized. Another part of this tip is to make sure that everything has its own space. Nothing should be overlapping or falling on top of each other. So for example, your makeup and beauty products, hair products, things like that, they tend to get all jumbled together. They fall over and it always just becomes a big mess. But if you make sure that each of your products has its own space, it's not bumping into anything else, then those things are going to be much more organized. They're going to be easily accessible, which means that you can always put them right back where they belong. To make this even easier, you can get some organizational tools like boxes or inserts for your drawers. My fourth healthy habit is to use your freezer space. So I said earlier that I really like to do meal prepping. And often what I'll do is I'll bulk buy a bunch of things, make up a bunch of meals ahead of time, and then I'll put them in my freezer so that when I come home from work and I don't feel like cooking, I can just pull something out of the freezer, pop it into the oven, and it'll be ready in 20 minutes. I used to do this a lot when I was in university. I would make a bunch of sandwiches ahead of time, wrap them up and freeze them, and then all I would have to do the night before is pull one out of the freezer to defrost. And as a little bonus tip here, if you're planning on making sandwiches and freezing them, I used ciabatta bread, which was a bit thicker than regular bread so it didn't go soggy. I also make sure to use my freezer space for any food that might be going bad. So one of the things I tend to do is chop up bananas and I'll put them into a Ziploc bag and freeze them. I've got bananas on hand for smoothies and I don't have to worry about whether or not my bananas are going to go bad and having to use them up. My fifth healthy habit is to drink kombucha every single day. So I am obsessed with kombucha. I know a lot of people don't like the smell or the taste of it, but it's so good for your gut health and I just feel like crap whenever I can't have it in the morning. I'm also not the type of person to drink coffee, so I find that it's got enough caffeine that gives me a kickstart for my day. I actually love kombucha so much that I realized I was spending a lot of money buying it, so I learned how to make my own. If you want to know how to do that, then I have a video and I'll link it in the cards up here. My sixth healthy habit is that you should be putting kale and spinach in everything. So again, like the kombucha, a lot of people don't like the taste of spinach and kale, so they avoid things like having healthy salads. But what I actually find is that if you cook spinach or kale in with the rest of your food, it'll wilt down and you can hardly taste it. You can use handfuls and handfuls of it and it becomes almost nothing in your food. So I really like to add it to pasta. If I'm doing like a pesto pasta, I'll do spinach and kale with sun-dried tomato, and it's just really good. It's just so good. And you can't taste it, so it's just a quick and easy way to get more greens in your day. You can also add them to smoothies. So if you use some strong flavored fruits, things like pineapple, then it actually covers up the green sort of taste of it. My 7th healthy habit is to develop a nighttime routine. So I used to be one of those people who I would get into bed and I would just struggle to fall asleep. I would lay in bed for hours just staring at the ceiling and just wondering why I wasn't able to fall asleep. So what I started doing was actually implementing a nighttime routine. This helps me wind down for the day so that I can fall asleep faster. It'll also help you maximize your sleep quality. So what I tend to do is I start getting ready for bed about an hour or an hour and a half before my planned bedtime. I'll do my skincare routine, put my pajamas on, do any journaling that I have to do for the day, and I'll grab a book and read. So I find that reading helps me feel sleepy so that I can turn my light off as soon as I feel that I'm tired enough from reading, put my book away, and then I fall asleep much faster. It really helps to transition you from daytime to nighttime. And like I said, it helps you wind down. I know a lot of people can't sleep at night because they have too many thoughts running through their head. So if you do an activity like reading, it helps your brain focus on something different so you're not stressing over things that happen during the day. My 8th healthy habit is to get yourself a good pair of shoes. So I actually live in Queensland, and a lot of people here will wear flip-flops, or thongs as they call them, and the shoes that people are walking on don't really have that much support, and there's no cushioning between them and the ground. Now your feet and your feet positioning are actually the foundation for the rest of your body. So if you have poor positioning, that's going to affect your knees and your hips and all the way up the chain. So it's really important that you get something with good cushioning, which reduces the impact on the rest of your body. Helps support your foot so that your ankles aren't rolling in. So stop buying those flimsy pieces of cardboard and buy some shoes that'll actually give you some support. My 9th healthy habit is to move your body daily. So really we should be moving our bodies for 20 or 30 minutes every single day. And that doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym and exercise. All that means is that you need to be moving your body. So whether that's going for a walk or doing some stretches, even just riding your bike or doing some cleaning around the house. Anything to get those joints going. And this is especially important if you have a job where you're sitting at a desk all day. So when you're at work, you need to be making sure that you're getting up and moving around so that you're not just sitting for 8 hours straight. Being sedentary can cause all sorts of problems, and you can end up with chronic conditions like back pain. My 10th healthy habit is to write a list of non-negotiables. So related to my last one of my non-negotiables is to move my body every single day. A non-negotiable is something that you have to make sure that you do every single day. Even if that means that it's 9 o'clock at night and you're getting ready for bed, you need to make sure that you accomplish your non-negotiable. So for me, that's moving my body every single day, but for you, that could be something different. You might make a non-negotiable of reading every single day. Or it might be that you only allow yourself 1 or 2 cookies. Non-negotiable, that's it, that's all you get. Whatever you make your non-negotiable, make it a priority in your life. Alright everyone, that's it for today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I upload new videos every single week. Let me know in the comment section down below what healthy habit you're most excited about trying, and if there's any other healthy habits that you are doing, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!